Hello and welcome to Korea and the southern city of Gwangju. The last time a World Cup was held in this archery stronghold was way back in 2007. Welcome to stage 2 of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. We're here at Gwangju Women's University for Compound Saturday.
No flash photography is allowed during competition. Also, kindly turn off your cell phones before we
start Compound Saturday. The conditions here are looking rather good. A fairly steady breeze out there. Let's hope everyone's got their sunblock on. We focus in this session on the team medal matches. We start with the women's team gold, followed by the men's team gold, and then we'll have both the compound mixed team medal matches.
at stake in the mixed team division.
We begin our session with the women's team gold medal matches, and here's how the teams got to the final. The home nation will be pleased to have come through the top of the draw, and they will face Estonia for the gold medal.
Including Korea, Estonia, Turkey, India, France.
Karen Bashir, and joining me as ever, former world #1 from Great Britain, it's Nikki Hunt. Nikki, very excited to be back in Korea.
Absolutely, what a country to be in. Such amazing archers here at this event as well, so some great archery coming up.
Women's team gold medal final between Korea
Well, as you can hear in the stadium, the athletes are waiting in the wings. They're shooting on the 50-meter range.
Ladies and gentlemen,
As you can see, there's a lot of sun protection out there, and for good reason. Bright conditions, a steady breeze. Nikki, we're expecting some big scores?
Yeah, we should do, as you say, conditions looking much better than earlier in the week where it's really windy affecting qualification, but much better here on the finals venue.
Please welcome the athletes to the field of play. This is the
Well, time to go for gold for the first time at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup here in Gwangju. It's time for the compound women's team gold medal match.
shooting for the gold medal on target number 1, Gwangju, representing Korea, Kim Yoon-hee, Oh Yoo-hyun, Song Yoon-soo. Their opponents on target number 2, please welcome the team of Estonia, Lisel Yatma, Miri Marita Paas, Maris Tetzman. Line judge for this match is World Archery Judge Christina Rittmeyer. Compound teams will be shooting 4 ends of 6 arrows as we're about to.
There we have it. Korea up against Estonia. Korea line up with Kim, Oh and Song. Estonia with Yatma, Paas and Tetzman.
High score will be the winner.
Estonia didn't make the podium in Antalya. It was Colombia who won there from Slovenia and Croatia. Korea, of course, didn't compete there. Nikki, this is a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Let's see if they can overcome the Koreans on Korean soil.
Well, the talk all of this week was whether anyone can snatch medals from this Korean team. Well, first opportunity to find out. Korea take on Estonia for the women's team gold.
9 points to start.
Well, the teams will rotate through, shooting 3 arrows a go, 6 per team per end. the time being.
10.
A full draw, but look at the result of 29 out of the possible 30 at the halfway stage for the Koreans. So we switch over to see Estonia shoot first, and it's Yatma up on the shooting line.
Yeah, these archers only get 20 seconds each effectively to shoot their arrows, so
9 points.
first rotation should have been around a minute for the Koreans, but I do wonder if they've taken up a lot more of that time, so they'll have to get the second three off a lot quicker. Long hold for Estonia as well, just to match it.
X-ring.
10점.
Tied score to start.
Well, halfway through this first end, nothing between them. We switch back over to the Korean side of the shooting line.
10 X-ring.
10점.
You can see there's 2 target faces on each of the targets there as well, so it doesn't matter which order or how they get those arrows into the target faces, as long as there's 3 in each by the end of the end.
9-10 liner.
9점 혹은 10점.
Probably a 10. And a 9.
9점.
Team Korea opening with 57 with a possible 60 points.
57점입니다.
So there's room for an opportunity here for Estonia to take a lead. We think that might be up at 58 points. That 9 asterisk could get marked up, and Yatma straight into
10 points.
the 10.
10점.
She hands over to Maurice Tetzman.
See a little bit of shaking, but
9.
nerves,
9점.
quite normal in this finals venue.
So tasked with the final arrow for Estonia. I fancy she needs a 10 here. I think that 9 will get marked up.
And a 10.
She puts it into the
It's a
10, so
1-point lead for Team
provisionally
Estonia
Estonia
after
lead
the
by
first
1, but
6
Nikki, that
arrows
9 looked very,
from
very
each
close.
team. And
Yeah, it did.
Korea
So it
will
goes
be
to the line
shooting
judge
first on the second
to
end
have a
after
call
official
with
score.
a magnifying glass if needed. So we could be all square here after the first end. Just look at the differences in the team communications right now. Estonia huddled around talking, the Koreans all sort of looking down range there, keen to see what's happened with this arrow value.
That's the final shot from very willing to pass. Estonia will be happy with this. Just dropping 2 points over their 6 arrows. Very relaxed. More stoicism on the Korean side of the line. It's very much each to their own. They'll operate the way that works best for your performance.
With a couple of liners, the possibility exists that some of the score will have been adjusted. And it is confirmed Korea has 57.
Well, you heard it from the stadium announcement. That
And both
9
scores are confirmed,
remained
Estonia
a
leading by
9.
1 point.
There was also a suggestion perhaps 2 arrows
So
were being
Korea
measured
is going to shoot first
for
on
Korea,
target
but
number
it
1.
does mean Estonia have got the lead
This
here.
is
They
the gold medal
are
final. Let's hear it for your
58-57
favorite
up.
team.
The Koreans will shoot first in the second end. time for end number 2. And it's Song Yun Su to get us underway.
Nice 10 points.
10점.
Compound archers shooting over 50 metres, 80 centimetre
10 points.
target face.
10점.
Ten.
10점.
It's a little bit of a difference between the teams here and how much weight is on their stabilisation. So look at how much weight's on that long rod there. You see all this Estonian archer. So all those weight stacks right at the end of that big long rod out the front of the bow. Just
10
helping
points.
perhaps hold that bow still, but you've got to be strong enough to be able to hold that as well and keep it steady. But just a theme really between the whole team here. A bit easier to see with these silver weights.
Ten.
10점.
Wow. The quality of the shooting is incredible already in this match. A longer hold from Yatman.
10.
You could see
10,
the
10,
wind
10.
was just buffeting her. It's not a strong wind, is it?
No, it doesn't appear to be. I think there's some nerves in there as well, isn't there? A little bit of shaking coming from that, but so far conditions pretty good.
We switch over for the second rotation of the Koreans. Nikki, you talked about shot anatomy in the archery show yesterday.
9 points.
One of the things that grabbed me was the simplicity of the process and then the speed that comes with that simplicity.
Yeah, certainly with the Koreans, particularly on the recurve side, very, very simple process. I mean, compound I would always describe as a more simple process than recurve anyway. You know, it's a fact of drawing the bow back until those little wheels on the top and the bottom of the bow, the cams, reach their stop point, and then you kind of hit the back wall, we call it, where you can't pull any further.
Ten.
10점.
58 for the Koreans, and a possible get again for Estonia here.
Looks like an 8.
She didn't look happy with that, did she? You can see why.
Yeah, a little bit of bow kwando, lifting that front arm just to try and get it into the goal. She knew it was going to go low. She probably saw that in her sight just as the bow went off.
8 points again.
8점.
Korea now in the lead.
Wow. A little bit of tension there at full draw, a little bit of movement before she released.
And a 10.
It sounded like Pass was running out of time there, but she's managed to recover from 2 8s to get a 10. But it does mean Korea have just.
With a 1 point lead, Team Korea.
So Yatman knew that her
remaining in this
second arrow
match.
was going to drop low, so
So does Estonia.
you called it for a
Estonia
bit of bow
is
kwando
finishing
to
first
try
as they
and
are
lift the
trailing
arrow up.
by
But
1
what about
point.
the second arrow from Maurice Tetzman? That also dropped low, went to the same place almost as compatriot.
Yeah, we didn't see any difference, did we, on that shot? We didn't see a reaction or an opportunity to try and throw it into the middle. So it might have been just maybe easing off the pressure a little bit. Sometimes under the stress of being in this finals, you just sort of ease off a little bit, and that can make them go low. So perhaps something like that.
Korea is ranked number 13 in the
Korean
world.
first 3 arrows going all into the 10.
They
Putting the
won
pressure
half
on.
of their matches
Looks like it's
against
paid
Estonia
off.
historically.
A couple of points in the second half of their
Estonia is
rotation.
ranked number 8 in the world.
But they have crept into the lead, and all of a sudden, the atmosphere
The
on
team
that
of
side of the
Korea is the
shooting
winner
line
of the
has
2019
changed.
Summer
So it's
University
the demeanour of the Korean trio. They lead by 1 as we go into the third
Their 13th
of 4
World Cup
ends.
as a team.
Estonia up
Estonia
first.
shooting first. Target number 2 scores are official, and Korea has a 1-point lead at the halfway mark.
These compound archers have a rear sight, so you can see
10,
a
X-ring.
string
10점.
on the bow that's looking through. In this case it's silver, so the archer looks through that rear sight and then aligns that with that front scope, which is magnified as well.
10, X-ray.
Bit of
10점.
tension creeping in there, we saw a bit of shaking, looked like she came off the stops a little bit. Managed to 10 with it though.
Ten.
10점.
Nine.
9점.
Oh, Yukon up on the line, shooting in the middle.
10, X-ray.
10점.
Nine points. Estonia now leading by 1.
Well, stadium announcer saying Estonia leading by 1. They've provisionally taken a 1-point lead, but only at the halfway stage of this third end. And we're back to Lascelles Yatler on the shooting line.
10.
10점.
Solid from her. She switches over to Maurice Tetzman, who shoots in the middle for Estonia.
Nine points.
9점.
Finishing potentially with a 59 here. Merita Pass is the anchor for the Estonians.
And an 8.
8점.
Chance for Korea to take the lead now.
Yeah, she just looks so uncomfortable in that shot. Too many nerves, too much shaking. Low into the 8.
10.
10점.
Ten.
10점.
So a chance to extend their lead. Kim Yun-hee.
Nine.
9점.
Well, she has extended it. And well, it's down actually as a 172 on 71, so they've matched each other there. Looks like it was 2 nines for the Koreans, and they should have an extra point.
Yeah, I think the Koreans got 3 9s there. Estonia dropping that 8 and a 9 as well, so I think they were all level in that end.
Unofficial score right now has Korea with a 1-point advantage. With one regulation and
But there is a 1-point
each
advantage
team.
for
Estonia will shoot first when we
Koreans.
resume.
Take a look back at the first 3 arrows for Estonia that were right in the middle of the target, putting a bit of pressure on Korea seemingly, dropping a 9 to start with. That 8 cost Estonia there. One more end to go. Korea on home soil, shooting a Hyundai Archery World Cup for the first time in 15 years. Poised here, in a great position to claim the first gold here in Gwangju.
Preparing for the final end, Estonia will shoot first.
마지막 엔드 시작하겠습니다.
A single point advantage for Team Korea. 6 arrows to come from each team as we're about to see who will win the gold medal here in Gwangju.
It's the 4th and final end of the compound women's team gold medal match here at stage 2 of the Hyundai Archery World Cup in Gwangju, Korea. Estonia facing Korea, trail by a point, and Yatma will shoot first.
10 X-ray.
10점.
I think this is now all down to whether Estonia can hold their nerves. They know they can shoot great 10s, but can they do it under this pressure?
Ten points.
10점.
She's got a habit, hasn't she, Tetzman, of staying at full draw for quite some time.
Yeah, I mean, under pressure, you've just got to stick on the stops and trust that that shot is going to break. That shot is going to go off, but it's easier said than done.
10, 10, 10.
10점.
Well, that's exactly what Estonia needed to put the pressure on Korea here. Korea have a provisional 1-point lead here. Anything dropped in these first 3 arrows, and Estonia will be right back in this.
10-9 liner. It looks like a 10 from here.
It looked right on the line to me. I think that's going to be called a 10.
Ten.
10점.
Just see the flags starting to flutter just a little bit more than they were right at the beginning, just to add to the tension.
Ten, 10, 10.
10점.
Look at that, under pressure, the Korean
Final 3
trio
arrows from each team.
match Estonia, and that's what they have to do to claim gold here in Gwangju.
Love the reaction as well. The smiles, enjoying themselves. That's exactly the right thing to be doing. The question is, Estonia did this last end, didn't they? They shot the 30 in the first half and then dropped
10.
in the second.
10점.
Not this time. Yatma solidly into the 10. Guiding arrow here. Does it come down to Tetzman and whether she can hold her nerve? Oh,
9,
one
possibly a
looks
10.
more like a 9 than the Korean questionable one.
Final regulation arrow.
Well, this is an important arrow for pass. She
That
didn't
is
look
an 8.
happy, and she's dropped it into
3
the
shots
8.
remaining for the
A
gold medal.
2:28 for Estonia. And Korea could be making a bit of history here. The first time of asking a World Cup in Korea after a gap of 15 years.
10점.
2 shots to go.
Oh, Yu Hyun putting it into the 10, taking a little bit of pressure off her teammates. Over. This is, oh, sorry, it was Song who shot the first 10. Oh,
10점.
who puts it
Final
into
arrow.
the 10. So now, as you can see, Kim Yun-hee has a massive opportunity to take this gold. Oh, and they finish with a perfect. A 2:32 for Korea is enough for them to get the medal stages of Hyundai Archery World Cup Stage 2 here in Gwangju, Korea, off to an absolute flyer. Korea taking gold in the compound women's team competition. Well, Nikki, what a match. There were just a couple of signs from the Estonians of a little bit of nerves. Those eights, you just can't shoot them against Korea.
No, you can't. You know, in compound anyway, at this level, I mean, an 8 in good conditions is not really good enough, and just threw too many in there. I think 1, 2, 3, 4 8s in that match, so not good enough to beat Korea. Really on form here in Korea today.
Well, there we have it. Confirmation. Kim Yoon-hee, Oh Yoo-hyun and Song Young-soo have picked up the compound women's team gold medal here at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, because the medal ceremony for the compound women's team event is coming up in a moment.
Well, we take a look back over it. It was a great start from Estonia, wasn't it? They got off to a good start.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, they were leading after that first end, 58-57, and then just started dropping 8s in. I think the pressure got to them. They let Korea back in the door, and Korea finished that perfect 60.
Brilliant scenes there. That's what it means to them. Taking the gold here on home soil. And you can just see those flags. They're good indicators for how the wind conditions are changing. They sit towards the back of the range. And but let's go and have a quick chat with the gold medalists.
Here in Gwangju, how does it feel for you?
네, 일단 먼저 광주 월드컵에서 우승하신 거 굉장히 축하드리고요. 지금 소감이 어떠신지 한번 말씀해 주세요.
저희가 2018년인가 19년도 만에, 그러니까 그 이후에 처음 금메달인데 또 한국에서 한 만큼 저희가 열심히 준비했거든요. 근데 좋은 성적 거둬서 너무 좋아요.
Yeah, I'm so happy that I won a gold medal, and it's been 5 years that we didn't win a medal, and then it's really good for us. Thank you.
It was a very close match, so what was the key to win?
네, 질문 드리겠습니다. 상당히 박빙의 승부였는데 어떤 부분이 승리를 한가를 수 있었다고 생각하시는지 말씀해 주세요.
상대 점수에 연연하지 않고 저희가 여태까지 연습했던 것처럼 끝까지 썼던 게 승리의 요인이었던 것 같습니다.
So the most important thing is we didn't care other teams. We just focused on our shooting, and then we got great results.
World Cup came back to Korea after 15 years and you won on your home soil. It must be an amazing feeling.
15년 만에 한국에서 양궁 월드컵이 열렸는데 이것에 대해서 어떻게 생각하시는지 말씀해 주세요.
일단 많은 시민들이 응원해 주셔서 너무 든든하게 믿고 쏠 수 있어서 재밌었고 이렇게 좋은 성적 낼 수 있어서 감사드려요. 네.
Yeah, I'm really glad to audience and citizens for cheering me us, and then and also I'm so happy that I get a great result in front of Gwangju citizens. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and once again, huge congratulations on winning in Gwangju.
네, 다시 한번 축하의 말씀 드리고 남으신 경기들도 좋은 성적 내셨으면 좋겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Well, thank you too. Great start, Nikki, to this competition. Korea getting off to a flyer with a gold medal.
Yeah, I think there's many more of those to
Ladies
come
and gentlemen, the
this
compound women's
weekend.
team
Yeah,
victory
you can see
ceremony
they're very
will be
composed
coming up shortly. So stay in your
and
seats.
conservative with a small C in their delivery, but you could see what it meant to them right at the end of the match with the smiles, and then a reserve but a very proud. It was great to be able to do that in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, archery is just such a huge sport in Korea, so yeah, to go out there and win on one of the biggest stages possible, proud to do so.
Well, it couldn't get off to a better start if you're of Korean persuasion. They've taken the compound women's team gold medal, the first one of the live medal matches here from Gwangju, and the second stage of this Hyundai Archery World Cup. First of 4 sessions of archery across the weekend. Time for our first medal ceremony here in Gwangju.
Victory ceremony for the compound women's
Presenting
team.
medals for compound women's team competition.
Medals will be presented by World Archery Secretary General Tom Dillon. Gifts will be presented by Culture and Tourism General Director Kim Jun-young. Bronze medal representing India.
Well, first up onto the podium, the bronze medal goes to the team from India.
Avneet Kaur. Priya Gurjar. Muskan Kirar.
Kaur, Kurjar and Kira collecting bronze, having beaten Turkey in the bronze medal playoff.
Silver medal
Out their medals and their
representing
gifts.
Estonia.
And here are the team from Estonia,
Lisel Jatma.
collecting their silver medals from Secretary General of World Archery, Tom Dillon.
Miri Marita Pass. Maris Tetzman.
So silver for Estonia, Yatma, Pass and Tetzman. Well, I've seen some trophies in my time. That is something very special.
Gold medal representing the Republic of
Talking
Korea.
about something special, here are the Korean trio shooting on home soil of the World Cup for the first time in 15 years and making it right to the top of the podium. Kim Yun-hee, Oh Yu-hyun and
Oh Yu-hyun.
Yun-soo, very proud to be collecting their medals here in Gwangju.
Song Young-soo. Ladies and
Time now
gentlemen,
to celebrate with the
please
Koreans
stand for
and
the
their
national
national
anthem of the Republic of Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to our athletes.
Well, brilliant start from the host
And
nation,
coming up
Korea,
next,
collecting
after a short
the
break,
compound women's
we will
team
have the
gold
compound
medal
men's
from
team division
Estonia
gold medal
and
final.
India.
It is going to be India
Great
versus
start to the
France.
competition here in Gwangju,
을 받고
the
나면
Gwangju Women's University.
팀 1인도 프랑스 금메달 결정전이 진행되겠습니다.
Well, they're all trying to jump onto the top step for the obligatory selfie. Sure we'll be seeing that somewhere. A special photo in more ways than one, to say. Korea will be the proudest of the three teams taking the gold at the first time of asking after 15 years of gap between World Cups, and here's the final ranking for the competition. Korea top of the pile, which is what they were hoping for from Estonia, India and Turkey.
Team Century, which is still in this game. Are you in? What makes a great goal? Is it the one that electrifies, that steals our breath? The one that even as foot orchestra?
We'll take a look back over
Is it a goal that is far
the
greater?
compound women's team gold medal match. Korea just getting better and better, and the processes they go through to get to that magic 60 at the end of the celebrations is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, like you say, they just got stronger, didn't they, through that match? They're all capable of shooting 10s, but under that pressure, it's about holding your nerve, and they did just that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the coaches and judges to the field of play for our next match, the compound men's team division gold medal final.
Well, time now to turn our attention to the men's compound team gold medal match. Here's the route through to the final, where India, well, perhaps shocked the host nation, winning the semi-final against Korea. Will go up against France, who had a tight one against Denmark.
Welcome the athletes to the field of play for the compound men's team's gold medal match.
Here we go. Time to find out who's going to take the compound men's team gold medal here in Gwangju. Let's go down to the field of play for the athlete introductions.
Shooting on target number 1, please welcome the team of India. Abhishek Verma. Aman
So here they
Saini.
are, Team India.
Chauhan.
Took out Korea in the semi-finals.
And their opponents on target number 2, the team of France.
And they go up against France. India line up with Chauhan, Sani and Verma. And as you can see here, France is Bera, Bush and Gontier.
In the compound teams, we will have 4 ends of 6 arrows to decide the winner. It will be the team of France shooting first on target number 2 as we are about to get underway.
Time for the second gold here in Gwangju at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. It's compound men's team gold medal time as France take on India. And stepping up first is Adrien Gontier. Get the French underway.
Nine points to start.
9점.
Ten points.
10점.
Points to start.
9점.
Total of
2 points
28 points
dropped
on the board for Team France after the
the
first
French
three
team.
arrows.
Let's see what India can start with. And they begin their assault on the gold with Abhishek Verma.
Nine.
9점.
Nine.
9점.
France starting out a little high in the target. India's shooting just a bit low.
Well,
And a 10. Extra ring,
India
tied score.
giving away their first couple of points.
Scores tied.
28점으로 동점입니다.
Sorted things out at the end there, and we're all square after the first rotation. We switch back to Gontier on target number 2 for France.
10. X ring.
10점.
Ten.
10점.
Seem to have got themselves back in the middle now. Look at those flags on the left there, those little windsocks flapping away. I think conditions are changing a little bit.
Oh, JP Bush seemingly struggling to get to full draw. This has had
9 points on that
a
shot.
seesaw on that.
57 points on the board of a possible
It's a win
60
with a
for the team
9.
of France. Opportunity
57.
now for India.
So already a mini opportunity for the Indian team.
Eight points.
8점.
And a 10.
Really quick shot there, straight off into the 10.
Ten. The team of France leading by 1 point.
A good recovery there from
프랑스가
the
1점
8.
앞서고
Did
있습니다.
you see anything
Three
in
ends to
particular
go
there
for
with
each team.
the first arrow of the second
Total of
rotation?
18 arrows remaining in this
High
match.
into the 8? Was it perhaps he was conscious that the wind was blowing at him?
I didn't see anything particular. And, you know, Abhishek is just such a great archer as well, and I don't really know why. If the wind's coming from behind, it might have took it a little bit high. But I mean, they're shooting 50 meters. These bows are really fast. The arrows are flying at about 300 feet a second, so I don't think it would have been a wind drifting really.
Well, whatever it was, France do have a 1 point lead here. First of 4 regulation
With Team India
ends
trailing by
shot.
1 point, they will shoot first when we
French will
resume
be
on
the
target number
2
1.
teams. These 2 teams came through very tough semi-finals. India perhaps tougher of the 2, beating Korea in a shoot-off. 29 plays 26 shoot-off going in favour of the Indians. And France just edging Denmark 231 to 230. So the progress here has shown great promise for both teams.
Yeah, you don't get to the gold medal match here without fighting some great teams, do you? So it's a bit different now. We're on the finals venue, and that does feel different from where they come through the qualification and those initial head-to-heads. So who can hold their nerves in this venue?
Team France currently ranked 4 in the world, and their opponent, Team India, ranked number 5 in the world. Team India shooting first, target number 1 as we're back underway. We've got some more wind in the venue now.
Well, stadium announcer there telling you all that there is a little bit more wind here. Second end, India trailing France 57-56. Abhishek Verma to get us underway.
Opening arrow is a 9.
Into the centre of the target, just out of the 10 ring into the 9. This, of course, is a rematch of the gold medal match in Antalya, the first stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup.
Just popping his arrow back onto the rest there with his mouth. Probably not enough time to come down and restart again.
9점.
Yeah, good spot. Saini having to come up with an inventive way of getting the arrow back on to position.
Yes. 10 points.
10점.
28 points on those first 3 arrows for India.
We can see the communication between the Indian team there.
Oh. 10 points from France.
10점.
Nine.
9점.
Nine.
9점.
Tied score for this end.
Well, 2 different routes to the same score.
France continuing to lead.
In this particular end, does mean India maintain their deficit of a single point.
10, X-ring.
10점.
It's the first time we've really seen the wind on the archer's face, flapping the hair, so definitely conditions changing.
Yes. 10.
10점.
Well, that's some way to put pressure on your opponents. A 58 from India.
Ten, X-ring.
10점.
A lot of communication between Bearer and Gontier now on that shot. Now Bearer on the shooting line himself.
10 ring.
10점.
So a 10 required from JP Bolsch to maintain the French lead of 1.
Trying to take the lead. At the half halfway mark, it's a 1 point lead for the team of France. It's going to be Team India shooting first
Measure there
for the second half of this gold medal final.
It'll be good to get a look at the targets. Here we are. It's the Indian target. Is it the last arrow from France though?
Team India took the win at the first stage of the World Cup this year in Antalya, Turkey. Last year they took a third place win on the third stage of the World Cup, actually in 2019. They have been in the top 5.
Well, there you go, the arrow being replaced onto where it
In
needs to
6
be.
out of the 7 appearances that they've made in the World Cup since 2016.
The reason for that is that there's just not enough time to come down and start the shot again. So if you can do something, most archers using a finger just to flip the arrow back onto the arrow launcher. But yeah,
Team
it doesn't matter how you do it, just get it done
World
quickly.
Championships, 43 World Cups.
Looks like the scores have been confirmed as
India has appeared at
258
39 World Cup
in that
events and 7 World
second
Championships.
end, which means that France do maintain their 1 point lead at the halfway stage. 114 plays, 115.
Scores are
So
confirmed,
India
and it
trailing
is
will shoot
114
first
to
in the
115
third
in
end.
favor of
But
the
yeah,
team
that
of
was
France.
pretty ingenious. Have you ever
Team
seen
India
that?
is going to shoot first.
Teeth
On target number 1
feathers to
when we
try
resume.
and get the arrow back in
I
place?
think Braden Galantine did it
Final
last year
regulation
in
scoring
the first
and
stage of the World Cup, Guatemala.
Next 12 arrows from each team.
Not only do you know who it was, you know when it. Well, which end? Do you know which end it was?
I'll go for the second. I don't know.
That's deep knowledge. Braden Galantine using that technique, so clearly they train it then, obviously the coaches teach them how to do this.
Well, it's just an intuitive, however it's easiest for you to get that back on the launcher, because, if you look at where the arrow's sat on these compound bows, it is quite a narrow launcher basically, so as you're drawing it can fall off, so that's what we saw, and it's important to get back on there, like we said, for the amount of time they've got to shoot those arrows in the team round.
Scores are confirmed. 115 points on the board for France. 114 points on the board for India. India shooting first as we resume.
Halfway through the compound men's team gold medal match between France and India. India trailing by a single point, 114 plays, 115. So they will shoot first with Abhishek Verma to get in number 3 underway.
10-9 liner, probably a 10.
Yes.
10, X.
Yes.
Yes. 10, 10, 10.
10점.
India coming
France
through
on the
the
line.
first 3 arrows with a perfect. There is a potential measure, or there will be a measure on that first arrow, but looked pretty much on the line for a 10.
9.
9점.
Might have been an overcompensation that. I think the wind looking a little bit left to right, maybe just aimed off or bubbled off a little bit to the left there.
Nine again.
Steerage of that front arm as well.
India now leading by at
Didn't know
least
it
1
was going to
point.
go left. Just trying to lift it to the right. See that long rod sort of drop down
10.
from square as well. That can help with
1 point lead for India.
bow.
인도가 현재 1점 앞서고 있습니다.
Ten
Currently down for a 39. I think that's actually a 40, so this is potentially a 153 there on at the moment. Sorry, 154 there on at the moment, India.
Boom, 10 points.
10점.
Well, it's all smiles when you're in the tens.
Just a little bit of nerves there. Got to keep the pressure on.
10, 10, 10.
10점.
They'll finish with a provisional 59. We think that's going to get marked up to a 60, so that potentially is our first perfect of this men's gold medal match. France needing to at least
9.
find the central target. And 9 there is another drop point from France. Potentially 3 dropped in this one end.
Ten.
10점.
And a 9. India has a 3-point lead going into the final.
A 56
zeros
from
of this
France
gold
there, a
medal
big
match.
dip in form for them, and it does mean that France have gone from a 1-point lead to currently provisionally trailing by 2. I think they're going to be trailing by 3, aren't they?
I think that's possible. Going to wait for the judge to make this line call, but
Each team has 6
might
arrows
well be
remaining.
in
France is going to shoot first on target number 2.
first half.
They are behind by 3 points.
They have called in the stadium 3 points behind India, find themselves a 4-point swing in just one end. That doesn't happen very often, does it?
No, but it helps when you shoot 60 and your opponent drops 4 points, I guess.
Well, got it down as a 174 for France, 171 for India. What a turnaround from the French team. You see the Indians quite finally trying to keep their morale up, but well, I suppose we've had a 4-point swing in one end. It's conceivable of 3-point swing in this end going back and get your favourite and shoot off.
Yeah, I think the Indian team looking comfortable and happy. Good lead going to this last one.
Or will Team India take the championship here today? We'll find out with 6 more arrows from each team as we're back underway. On the line for Team France.
Time for India before.
La 10, 10 points.
The 10.
10점.
The French team see themselves trailing by 3 against India. Need to get off to a cracking start here.
Nine.
9점.
Similar errors, isn't it? Dropping slightly low or slightly left. Gotta keep these in the 10 as much as possible to put the pressure on India.
And a 10.
10점.
29, 3 arrows remaining for Team France. 6 shots to go for India, and they are in the lead. Ten points.
10점.
Very much in the driving seat here.
10x.
10점.
Fine, Abhishek Verma into the 10. Raja Chauhan shooting third for India.
9.
9점.
It's enough. France.
인도가 3점 앞서고
The weight of
있습니다.
world on their shoulders here.
현재
They
3개의
need
화살
to
남겨두고
put some
있습니다.
pressure down with some big scores here.
Another
10
bow
points.
kondo.
10점.
This time we knew it was going to go to the right, so we got a swing to the left, but he did get it in that 10.
Ten.
10점.
There follows him in.
Final regulation scoring arrow for Team France
Now it's
from the Iron Man, Mr.
JP.
Bush.
Bush. Do with another 10 for a 59.
10 points, X-ring, dead center.
Save the best till last. That grouping of 3
Will it
arrows
be
is
enough to hold
superb.
off Team
They
India?
did get the 59. They finished on a 230, a provisional 233. Available for India, though, with 3 10s. Room for manoeuvre.
Ten.
10점.
2 arrows to go to
Still
goal.
a 3-point lead with 2 arrows to go. India have only been out of the 9s and 10s once, and that was right back in the first end. No longer hold for Saini,
Final arrow.
but he's left a very gettable 8 for the
마지막
win
화살입니다.
for Chauhan.
And a 9 to
And a
win.
9 is more than enough for India to take a 232 to 230 win over France. A repeat of the matchup in the final in Antalya, where India won that. They've taken back-to-back wins in the compound men's team competition here at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup in Gwangju, South Korea.
인도 금메달 축하드립니다.
Nikki, it was one simple turning point in the match, wasn't there? And it was that third end.
Yeah, dropping those 4 9s from 56 from France, just really not good enough at this level, and they just kind of lost the momentum somewhere. But India much stronger all the way through there for the win.
The Indian team just lining up there on the shooting line. Teammates to take some photographs of them from the crowd.
And there it is. It's official. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate
There is confirmation
France on their silver medal
that the
and our
Indian
champions,
trio of Rajat
gold
Chauhan,
medalist,
Aman
India.
Saini and Abhishek Verma have collected gold at the second time of asking, second consecutive win for India
Victory ceremony will be getting underway in
on
just a
the
few
Archery
moments.
World Cup
Please stay
circuit.
with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Very solid win from the Indians and a really tough shoot-off semi-final against the host nation Korea. Very deserving team standing on top of the podium here in Gwangju. Well, there are the Indian supporters. The parasols up to protect them from this burning sun out here today. Let's see how clear the skies are. Temperatures not too hot. It's mid-20s. We're all told to wear UV protection. Let's go and find out what the gold medalists from the compound men's team competition have to say.
Congratulations on the World Cup win here in Gwangju. How does it feel?
Feeling is pretty good. This is our second time consecutive. The previous, the Turkey, we also champion, and that time we prove again, and we are happy, very happy about this.
You won once again against France. How was it like to shoot once again against the same team? Did you feel more prepared for that?
ये बहुत नॉर्मल सा था क्योंकि एक बार हम इस टीम से खेल चुके थे तो लगभग हम जान गए थे कि ये कितना इनमें पोटेंशियल है, कितना इनके सामने हमें खुद को मैनेज करके चलना है। और जिस तरीके से जो तीसरा जो राउंड था उसके अंदर जो हमने एक कमबैक लिया वो एक हमारे लिए बहुत फ़ायदेमंद साबित हुआ।
Okay, we know the strategy of the France, and we know how they has a potential to how they prove. So we changed our strategy after the third round, and we did very well.
You are the best compound men team in the world right now. Probably it must make some pressure, but also big satisfaction for you.
Yeah, it's been a pressure match because we are here to come to win again and assured our second consecutive win, and it was pretty good.
Okay, thank you very much. Huge congratulations once again. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
What a brilliant performance from the Indian team. Take a look again at that innovative process to replace the arrow in the correct order. And this Indian team are absolutely fabulous. Second consecutive win. They said they knew how the French were going to play, and they changed things up in the third, and that was the turning point of the match, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. You know, they stayed strong when they needed to, getting that perfect in the third end as well. So, what a great team! I think you said they were pretty good. I think I'd say they were more than that.
Yeah, very, very good in the end. A 232 to 230 win over France takes India to the top of the podium, just above that number one. So they'll be standing very shortly. We are waiting for the three teams to come out to collect their medals. Now you can see again the conditions changing here from minute to minute. Now things have just stilled off a little bit. Not playing quite as much as it was during that tense match between India and France.
Ladies and gentlemen, victory ceremony for the compound men's team event.
So medal ceremony time for compound men's team competition here at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup in Gwangju, southernmost city in South Korea, at the bottom of the peninsula. This competition is being held at the Gwangju Women's University complex. Fantastic arena here in Gwangju.
Bronze medal, representing Republic of Korea.
Well, it was a tough loss for Korea in the semi-finals to India, but they did fight back and win the playoff match against Denmark. Choi Young-hee, Kim Jong-ho and Yang Jae-won collecting bronze in the compound men's team competition.
Jae Young-hee. Jung-ho. And Jae-won.
Well, blue versions of the gifts.
Silver medal representing
For
France.
boys, they say. Can we say that these days? France in the silver medal position. Quentin Barrett, JP Bush and Adrien Gontier collecting their medals.
Jean-Philippe Bush. Adrien Gontier.
The French came through a tough semi-final against Denmark, squeezed it by 1 point, and in the end had to settle for the silver medal here in the compound men's team competition.
Gold medal representing India.
Well, they are the team of the moment. They won in Antalya, and they've done it again here in Gwangju. Compound men's team gold goes to India. Rajat Chauhan, Aman Saini, and Abhishek Verma beaming with gold.
Aman Saini. Abhishek Verma.
It's a proud trio of Indians standing on top of the podium. They're unique, I have to say, gifts. Certainly stand out in the trophy and kind of salute to their teammates standing in the crowd. It's time now to celebrate their gold with the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to our athletes.
선수들을 위해 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Well, there we have it, the medalists here in the compound men's team competition. India taking gold from France and the host nation, Korea.
Mixed team division bronze medal match. It'll be Turkey versus India for the bronze medal.
짧은 휴식을 갖고 난 후
great deal of respect being shown between the Korean and Indian teams. The Koreans shaking their hands. They lost in the semi-finals, but here are the final rankings. India top of the pile from France, Korea and Denmark. A second consecutive win and a second consecutive silver, respectively, for India and France. We'll take a look back over the match. First half, well, it's a game of two halves, the commentators regularly saying, but the third end really did make a difference, didn't it, Nikki?
Yeah, absolutely the turning point. Can't be dropping 4 points in an end at this level. Great shooting from India.
Smiles all round, and perhaps the sign of the first Indian team salute of sorts. That looks like it had been rehearsed a few times. Might be seeing that again over the course of the season. But that's it from the women's and men's team competition, but we have 2 more matches to go as we turn our attention very shortly to the mixed team medal matches.
It's time for the bronze medal final for the compound mixed teams. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the coaches.
Time now to turn our attention to the compound mixed team medal matches. We've both got the bronze and the gold medal matches. First up, it's the bronze. The losing semi-finalists Turkey and India face each other, followed by Chinese Taipei versus Estonia for gold.
Please welcome the athletes
Coaches
to the field
and
of play for the compound
judge
mixed
are
team
out.
bronze medal match.
We go back down to the field of play for the bronze medal match between India and Turkey in the mixed team competition here in Gwangju. It's time for the athlete introductions.
On target number 1, representing Turkey, Emircan Hane. Ais Berat Suzer. On target 2, representing India, Abhishek Virma. Avneet Kaur. Our World Archery line judge for this match will be Christina Rutmeyer. It will be the team of Turkey shooting.
Well, there we
first.
go, the athlete introductions
number 1.
done here. And we see Turkey line up with Isa Souza
Team member will shoot 2 arrows
Emircan
per end.
Hane,
There'll be 4
and it's
ends
India
and 4 arrows.
Avneet
Highest
Kaur,
score wins
just
in the
18
compound
years
category.
old, teamed up with a much more experienced Abhishek Verma. Time to find out who will take the mixed team bronze medal here in Gwangju at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup, and it's Turkey to shoot first.
Opening arrow for Turkey is a
Starting
10.
with
X-ray.
a bit of a flinch there. Often see that wrist release used by the Turkish team.
Points.
10점.
Abhishek Verma
Two
of
pairs
India.
going up against each other, so 4 arrows per end. Again, it's a cumulative score. Perfect so far from Turkey. Let's see what India can do.
And there's a 10. Just saw Mr. Verma in the gold medal final for the compound men. Ten points.
10점.
Ten.
10점.
More composed there from Hani.
Nine points.
9점.
It's a mini opportunity here for India to sneak into the lead by just a single point.
Ten.
10점.
So it's down to Avni Kaur, the 18-year-old, to complete the 4 hours for India's first end.
Nine.
She
9점.
pops it into the
Score is
lead as
tied.
well. So all square after the first 4 arrows
With
from
the
each
score
team,
being
39
tied
apiece, a
at
high standard set.
39 of the
Thinking
possible 40 points
first question,
each.
why isn't
Each
Verma
team
the
will
more
revert to
experienced
the original
Turkish
shooting order. So it's going to be Turkey shooting first on target 1
18.
after official scoring.
Yeah, it's a good question. Often we'll see the more experienced archer shoot
3 ends to
last
go.
because it's a more pressurised situation effectively. But sometimes it's more based on how long you take to shoot your arrows. So I think Abhishek tends to be the faster shooter in that pairing. So if you shoot quicker, put that archer first, and then the second archer has only got what time is left effectively.
As we take a look back over that first scene, is there an argument that you should put your best archer first and get the points, because the points build confidence?
Yeah, that's another different reason, but quite valid as well. So what they could do is they could put your best archer first, and in the second rotation put them last. So you can switch it up as long as within each rotation each archer has shot 1 arrow.
So interesting to keep an eye on how the teams line up, and is there potential for this to change in match?
Sometimes we see that, not often, but it can happen.
Scores are official and on the board, 39 points each. We go back to the original
We'll
shooting
confirm
order.
scores from the
Shooting first on
first end,
target number 1.
39 apiece between Turkey and India, going for the bronze medal here in the mixed team competition, the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup.
터키가 1번에서 먼저 시작하겠습니다.
So the range is declared safe to shoot. Time for the second end, and back over to Turkey to see what they can do.
Ten. X-ray.
10점.
10. X-ray.
10점.
Chip jump.
Verma to me just looks the strongest archer out there at the moment. He's just solid. His timing's, the same every time, fairly quick. Showing the least nerves, probably the most experienced archer out there.
9 points.
9점.
So an opportunity for Turkey now. Yes, it's only one drop point, but Turkish will see this as an opportunity.
Ten points.
10점.
9. That's enough. So a 10 here from Isa Sousa, and Turkey could have a lead at the halfway point of this match.
10, X-ring.
10점.
So this can't be matched by India now, but very crucial for them to try and get a maximum in the second half.
Nine points.
Drifted up into the 9. And watch this action of Avni Kaur, Nikki. It's very deliberate, isn't it? Just goes to that first point, then drops down, and then settles in. It's quite a good process already.
Yeah, I think she's probably using her
10
body a bit
points.
to draw back bow, see a little bit more movement through the body than some of the other archers, but yeah, that's fine, whatever it takes to get you into your full draw position.
2-point lead for the team of Turkey, and so it is
Well,
going
it's the
to
drop
be the team of
point
India
from
shooting first when we
Abhishek
resume.
Verma in the second half that took a 1-point deficit to 2 at the halfway stage. Turkey leading 79 to 77. Michan Hani and Sousa going up against Avni Kaur.
동메달까지 절반까지 왔습니다.
And it is the Turkish duo leading halfway through this mixed team bronze medal match.
Scores are confirmed, and we are going to go with Team India shooting first on target number 2. Halfway point in this bronze medal final. Each team with 2 ends remaining, 8 arrows to decide who takes home the bronze medal and who goes home with an empty suitcase.
Halfway through the bronze medal match. A card being shown there to Abhishek Verma for a false start.
Yeah, if you're taking the arrow over the line before perhaps that 10 seconds had gone, so you saw him throw the arrow away, step back and then restart.
And a 10.
A recovery. It did actually look like he held a little bit longer than he normally would. He's perhaps just giving himself a little bit more time for composure, but you can really see the nerves in Avni Kaur there shaking as she's just getting the arrow set.
Chip jump.
10.
So yeah, the main differences between these two teams.
9.
Turkish archer, they're using that wrist release and sort of first finger to execute the shot, more likely to be conscious release rather than being able to use the back tension, and same with Sousa as well. Just see that thumb almost bouncing around a little bit on the trigger before it goes off.
9점.
Well, just like that, the Indians find themselves back on level terms. We think that perhaps that first arrow from India might be subject to a measure.
10 points.
10점.
Well,
9.
up to
9점.
4 seconds, and that pressure there bringing out a 9, provisionally a 39, could be marked down to a 38. So Turkey need to keep their wits about them here. Important couple of arrows. The first one going into the 10. Can Sousa follow
10
that
points.
in?
10점.
X-ring, dead center.
10점.
Right in the middle of the target for a 117. We just think that we might want to wait to see.
Currently, the scoreboard is showing a 2-point
Confirmation of that
advantage for
first
the
arrow
team of
score
Turkey. That
for
might change to a 1-point difference in
Indian
favor,
team.
still in favor of Turkey.
Yeah, it
Depending
looked
on
pretty
one
close
of the arrows from
to the
India,
line,
it
so
might be a 10.
let's
If
see.
it is, India will pick up a point. Either way, it's going to be India shooting first for the final end of this bronze medal match.
Well, there was the false start from Abhishek Verma, throwing away the arrows that Nicky Hunt said, having to step back behind the line. Uncharacteristic error from someone so experienced.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the exact error was, but this is team round is the only time where there's a 10-second lead in which you're not allowed to cross that waiting line until an individual competition. As soon as that 10-second start happens, you can go straight to the shooting line and load up. So probably that error, and you know, had to chuck that arrow away. If he got a yellow card and shot the arrow, he'd then lose
So it's a
the highest
1-point
scoring
separation.
arrow of that
Turkey
end.
has a
So you've
1-point
either got to chuck
advantage.
it or you've got to get it back in your
Each
quiver.
team has
It's obviously way more
4
complicated to
arrows
get it back in your quiver, so
win the
just
bronze.
chuck it and get across the line
Team
again.
India shooting first, target number 2.
Well, it meant a little less time
마지막
for
엔드입니다.
his teammate for the final arrow, which dropped to 9, and in fact, it looks like that second arrow from India in that end was marked up for a 10, so a 1-1-6 plays 1-1-7. India still trailing Abhishek Verma on the shooting line, the fourth and final end of this bronze medal match.
Shorter.
10.
10점.
Shorter.
10.
10점.
So they've done their job. Maximum score to put some pressure on the leading team. Emichan Hani to shoot first for Turkey.
I've just seen the flinches return.
10.
Definitely tell the pressure's on here. That's how you know that shot is conscious, right? Because his brain is saying, oh, it's about to go off. So he's making that conscious decision to shoot.
10.
His teammate.
10점.
Final arrows.
Well, Turkey have done enough to stay ahead by a single point. Just 2 arrows to go. Abhishek Verma on the shooting line.
Shorter.
10 points.
10점.
They haven't had a perfect so far in the match. India have that in their hands here. Avneet Kaur, the 18-year-old, on the shooting line. And she puts it into the 10 for a perfect 40. A 156 finish for India, but Turkey have the potential to shoot a 157 with 2 10s.
10.
Heading into the 10. A 10 for the win for Isa Souza, the 26-year-old world number 24 from Turkey, has this in the hands for Turkey. It's a long hold here.
It is an 8.
Oh my goodness me!
And the victory.
How did that
goes to
happen?
India.
Isa Souza felt the pressure, the final arrow of
India
the
takes
final
the
end of the match when they had a 1-point lead. She could have shot 10 for the win, 9 for the shoot-off, but she's dropped it into the 8, and India have come from behind to take
down to
the
last
bronze
arrow.
medal
Let's
here in the mixed team
congratulate
competition.
Turkey making it to the finals. And the bronze medal winners, Team India.
Well, what a turn up for the books, Vicky. A 10 to win, a 9, and they still have a shoot-off.
What a match.
Souza, she was just under huge amounts of pressure on that last arrow.
Yes, she really was. One absolute nail biter to the end. Didn't call that at all. I thought maybe we're heading for a 9 for a shoot off, but wow, complete flip in that last arrow for India to take the bronze medal.
Well, you saw the celebration from Verma at the end. I think it was actually the arms going in the air as they did. Uncharacteristic for him. I think he was as surprised as the rest of us. Here he is with his last arrow. This final arrow drifting high, very high into the 8. She knew that was wrong when she let go of it.
Yeah, it's just too long.
There is the excitement as well of Kawa. They just didn't know that was going to happen at all. They didn't expect that at all.
No, I think, they did everything they could do. They got their perfect 40 at the end. I thought you were going to curse them, but they did it. And then, wow, what a turnaround for the Turkish team to shoot their 8 in the last arrow and completely flip it into India's favour.
Gold medal match for the compound.
We'll see the Indian team on the podium again here
and Estonia.
in Gwangju.
컴파운드 혼성팀 차이니즈 타이페이와 에스토니아 간의 금메달
Let's go look
결정전이
at
진행되겠습니다.
some very pretty trees, but I think we're looking at those because of the wind conditions.
Starting at
I know you want to look at
1400
plants,
when
but
we'll have the
it is blustery there now.
for the compound category.
Yeah, certainly changeable conditions, and that can be an archer's worst nightmare. Constant little breeze or even a strong wind is not too bad, but when it keeps changing, you've got to be alert to what's happening and make the changes.
Yeah, really getting a good view of that. And these shots are purely just to see those conditions and how changeable they are, and how much the wind has picked up. Pleasant for the spectators, I'm sure, because it's a little warm outside today. But for the archers, it's tricky conditions. That windsock rise.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the gold medal final for the mixed teams. Please welcome the judges and coaches to the field of play.
So one more medal match to go here in this session. Here's the mixed team gold medal match between Chinese Taipei and Estonia. Last of the team medals here on Compound Saturday.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The moment you've all been waiting for. Here come the athletes to the field of play for the gold medal final of the compound mixed team event. This is Gwangju 2022. We are in Korea.
So time
Let's
for
hear
the
it these
compound
great
mixed team
archers.
gold medal match as Estonia take on Chinese Taipei. It's time for the athlete introductions.
Shooting on target, number 1 for the gold medal, representing Chinese Taipei, Shen Xin Lin, Gwangju. Shooting on target, number 2 for the gold medal, representing Estonia, Robin Yatma, Lisel Yatma. The World Archery line judge for this match is Hossein Nasarinajan. We are about to get underway with the team of Chinese,
So Chinese Taipei
team
shot a
on
13.90
target
through the
number
ranking
1.
round.
Once again, a total of
9th for the
16
competition
arrows
lineup
decides
with
who
Huang Zhou,
will win
32-year-old world number 30, and Chen Qilun, the 23-year-old world number 41. Estonia, a brother and sister pairing of Lisel and Robin Yatma. Lisel, 22 years old, the world number 18. Robin, 21 years old, and the world number 16.
Team of Chinese Taipei has been amazing all week, both compound
Chinese
and recurve.
Taipei came through Italy,
performances here
Korea,
in
and Turkey. A tough route to this gold medal match, but they will get things underway.
10 points.
10점.
Nine.
9점.
Taekwondo to start us off.
Estonia start with Lisal. Yatma. Long hold further, you can see the wind. She
9.
takes it over into the line. Teamed up with her brother Robin. They came through Iran, Luxembourg and India to make it to this final.
10 points.
10점.
Teams with nothing between them after the first 2 hours, and the nerves just slightly settled. Chinese Taipei flipping their order for the second pair of arrows.
10, X-ring.
10점.
So Huang shoots arrows 2 and 3. Chen here shooting the first and the fourth arrow.
That is a 6.
6점.
Didn't look happy as soon as it went off. That he's just looking at his release aid and wondering if there's something wrong with it. Maybe a bit of travel. Something's happened to it. Has he got a spare in his quiver?
Eight points on that shot.
8점.
Seems to be contagious. The flinches there. Lisal Yatma getting away with an 8.
Nine on that shot.
9 as
Wind
well.
is coming up in the venue a bit. That could be a factor here. Of course, it's also the fact that this is the gold medal final. Let's hear it for your favorite teams, ladies and gentlemen. Estonia.
And there, by all accounts, I
Chinese
have to say,
Taipei.
Estonia leading by a single point.
Clearly there's more fans
I think
than
there might be
Chinese
something
Taipei
wrong
in
with
the stands,
Chen's
but
release
Estonia.
aid.
I mean, just the way he walked off the line and sort of
After all, who had to come from farther
going
away?
over, you know, the trigger motion of that release aid, so something wasn't quite right. Felt a bit of motion in it, perhaps. So
You can see that 6 on the outside there, and the blue ring, very wide. It's very unusual. Here's the shot. Well, that was the first one. And now we just get a shot of Lisal Yatma looking very happy. Now that was the third arrow. So it's this last arrow here.
yeah, it's
He
like
didn't look happy at all at the beginning.
yeah, it's like just didn't look right. The balance wasn't right. His front arm sort of drifted. You saw it drift to the left, and then he tried to pull it back right. Something wasn't right in the balance of that shot. Perhaps he feels he felt something, like say maybe a bit of travel with these release aids. You can set a travel, how much that trigger moves before it sets it off, and most archers want nil travel, and also the tension of how stiff or easy it is to make that trigger go off as well.
Well, having shot a 6, they actually end up getting away with it a little bit because they find themselves trailing by just 1 with an 8 and 9 from Lisal and Robin Yatma with their second arrow. So a curious start to this match. Chinese Taipei trailing by a point, line up for the second end.
Okay, having another look at that when he said he's shooting a back tension actually, so why he was, you know, maybe there's a click on the peg or something like that, so it's not activated by the trigger, it's actually going to be a motion of how he rotates the hinge.
She was pretty surprised by that. Now look at the wind. It really has picked up here. It's blowing almost directly in the face of Lisal Yatma. Things have just got very tricky indeed out there.
And a 9, fighting the wind.
9점.
The wind really opens up the match because there's much more of a lottery now. It really depends where you're aiming when you get blown around and that shot goes off, so this is really going to open up the match.
8 points.
8점.
So the 1 point lead for Estonia turns into a 2 point deficit. There's 2 more arrows per team to go in the second end.
9-10 liner on that shot for Chinese Taipei.
See how he's got a thumb on the peg, and then he takes the thumb off the peg, and then that starts the hinge motion for this release to go off.
8 points.
It can be really tricky in the wind as well, because you're not directly necessarily deciding when it's going to go. You've got to just hang on in there, and they are getting blown around.
And that is a 8. Caught the line.
7-8 line, called an 8 in venue, marked on the board as a 7 for a measure.
And a 10, X-ring.
It just looked like it was a little bit more still there for Robin Yatma. A 34 though.
1 point difference unofficially, but we could have a tied score depending on how some arrows line up. We'll find out after official
It's
score.
provisionally down as 72 for Chinese Taipei and 71 for Estonia, but we have at least 2 arrows subject to a measure. So Nikki, it seems that the target judges don't have their mics turned on at the moment. We're not going to get the score until we actually get confirmation. But the wind has really changed things up here.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? All of a sudden, someone opened the door and there's these gusts coming through the venue, and not only does that move the arrows right, I mean, they are shooting over 50 metres, these compounds very fast, but it's when it starts to really buff at you on the shooting line, that's when it really interferes with you shooting, because you're just trying to hold it as still as you can, and they might be seeing from one side of the target face to the other side of the target face as they're getting blown about.
Okay, Chinese Taipei picks up
There's
a
that
point,
much
now
movement.
73.
That
Estonia's score stays the same.
very tricky
So
conditions,
Chinese
but
Taipei
in
up
some
by
respects
2
it's
at
the
the halfway
same
mark.
for both of them.
Each
It's about
team
how
with
you
8
handle those
arrows
conditions.
remaining to shoot.
Well, it certainly looks like Estonia is stepping up to the line.
Chinese Taipei 현재 2점 앞서고 있습니다. 에스토니아가 먼저
Trailing, just waiting for confirmation
두 개의
of
엔드가 남아
the
있습니다.
actual scores. Provisionally it was 72 for Chinese Taipei, 71 for Estonia. Just look at those flags. It's blustery, it's not
Korea is
continuous.
known as the land of morning calm,
There you see
and it certainly lived up to that reputation this morning.
struggling there,
Really
not looking
beautiful
happy with
calm
that
weather
arrow that drifted
here
out
on the
into
field of
the 8.
Gwangju Women's University.
This reaction
Now, the wind
was a
has come up.
phew,
It's a
how
whole
did I
new
get
challenge,
away with that one?
especially for the compound athletes.
Happy with a 9. And
Estonia
well,
shooting first.
the
Target
scores
number
have
2
now
as
come
we
in
are
and
about to get
confirmed,
back
and it's
underway.
73 for Chinese Taipei. They got one of their arrows marked up and lead by 2, having trailed by 1. They got the better of the windy conditions in the second end. We're going into the third. Estonia trailing by 2, and Lisel Yatma up first.
Nine.
And then all of a sudden it seems a lot stiller again. She knew that was going to go low, just tried to pull that front arm up, not quite enough.
Ten.
10점.
Disappointed reaction. He knows they've lost points, but you've got to push the reset button now and just get back into this match.
Yeah, with everything settled down, you have to fancy Chinese Taipei now.
Eight.
Yes, to say that.
因为那是我瞄的，
Chen
我瞄的没变。
puts one into the 8.
瞄一点就好，大概999就好。没问题哦。很好。
Nine.
9점.
Just like that.
Score is tied.
All square again.
현재 동점입니다.
And a little smile. Reset button pushed.
9.
Same as the first shot. Going a little bit low, try to pull that front arm up. Little low, little right.
어.
10 points.
10점.
Well, Chinese Taipei had a 2-point lead coming into this. They lost it after the first 2 hours, but they've got a chance here to go back into the lead with 2 10s.
10.
That's the first one.
Ten takes the lead. It is a 10. On the line. Chinese Taipei leading by
Just
1
clipping
point
into
with
the
1
10
and to
for
go.
a 1-point lead. They've had their lead just cut in half there, though. But 110 plays, 109. Nothing in particular there to look for in a measure. This one doesn't look quite as done as perhaps it did at the halfway stage.
Well, only 1 point in it now. It really depends what conditions we're going to get in this last end. It could go either way. If it stays still, it's still a tight match, only 1 point in it. But if the wind comes back, it's anyone's game.
Score is confirmed and official on the board. Team Estonia will be shooting first. They trail by 1 point. Each team 4 shots to go.
So time for the fourth
It's the
and
gold
final
medal
end of
final,
this
and we're
mixed
live around the
team
world. Let's make some noise
compound
here in
gold medal
Korea.
match here in Gwangju. Hyundai Archery World Cup #2, and Alyssa Yatma of Estonia has teamed up with her brother Robin. They trail Chinese Taipei by a single point and have 4 arrows to try and get back on at least an even keel.
9 points.
9점.
Eight points.
8점.
I think this pair really just lost their confidence in that wind. You know, it's died down now. They haven't been able to get back to their normal shot processes, and sometimes you've been blown about. It just affects you a little bit, but got to bring themselves back into this match. It's slipping away.
9 just out of the 10 ring. It's a 9.
It's just cropped out. Give them some hope, perhaps.
10.
10점.
Huang has been solid as a rock in the middle. 2 arrows for Chinese Taipei. 3-point deficit. This is a tough one for Estonia, but they've just got to shoot the best scores they can.
9.
Again,
9점.
not the smoothest.
Final arrow
there
for
from
regulation scoring for Estonia.
Robin put it in the 10 to give Estonia some kind of chance here.
And a 9.
So,
144
finish
on the
with a
board for Team
144
Estonia.
and a 149 is on the table for Chinese Taipei. Huang to shoot first.
10. X-ray.
Well, pressure almost entirely off here. Chen just has to go through his process. Get this arrow in the target.
Chinese Taipei takes the
Finishes
gold.
with a 9 for a 148 for Chinese
Silver medal for
Taipei.
Estonia.
They broke this one in the middle of the match when the wind picked right up. They turned a 1-point deficit into a 2-point lead and didn't look back from there. Chinese Taipei collect gold with Huang and Chen. Yatma brother and sister pairing will have to settle for silver for Estonia.
It's official, ladies and gentlemen. Please congratulate Estonia on their silver medal. Your champions are Chinese Taipei.
And there we have it. Confirmed as the champions, Gwangju and Chen Qilun from Chinese Taipei, collecting the mixed team gold medal here in Gwangju. Giselle and Robin Yatma will be on the second step of the podium. Just a little while.
Yeah, I think that second end with all that wind that came through the venue really was a turning point for Estonia. They lost the confidence in their shot processes and just could not bring it back, even when the conditions settled. Chinese Taipei much stronger throughout that match, taking the gold.
Well, gold for Chinese Taipei in the mixed team competition here on Compound Saturday. Just a little shy of midday local time as we wait for the gold medalists. So here they are.
Huge congratulations, you won the Hyundai Archery World Cup here in Gwangju. How does it feel?
恭喜得到金牌，那现在的感觉是
很开心啊，非常开心。
就非常开心，也非常兴奋，我们可以拿下混双金牌这样。
I'm very excited and very happy we can get the gold medal.
You didn't start that match perfectly. You had 6, but then it all went very good. So how did you manage to do that?
一开始有6分的成绩，那后面渐入佳绩的感觉是？
这个因为6分是因为我扳机出现问题，然后我后来换了另外一个扳机之后，就问题没有那么严重，后面就是照着风向在射这样子，对。
Because at the first there's some problem of my equipment, but after I change my equipment, everything goes well and everything have the good performance.
So how difficult was that to overcome that problem and to fix it?
在修复的当中，你认为是否是一个很困难的事情？
我觉得不会，因为我们就是会觉得没关系，就互相鼓励一下，然后就说下一次会再更好，因为我们知道不是我们人为的问题，所以我们很快就会调整心态，然后完成接下来的每一支箭。
Actually, it is not a big problem for us. We support for each other, cheer for each other, and we keep going on the competition.
And what about wind? How tough it was? Was it tricky?
觉得认为赢得这一场比赛是否非常困难？
过程有一点，当然过程当然有点担心啦，但是就是我们还是只能做好当下的每一件事情。
Actually, I have a little worried about when there's some mistake, but everything is going well and we have a good performance.
Thank you very much, and once again, huge congratulations.
Thank you.
Some interviews go smoothly, not so much, but we got through that. I think probably the best answer was how they were supporting each other. They were going to hit each other with the microphone in that interview at points. But look, they were very solid, and actually Chen was very honest about the windy conditions and how he did start to feel nervous when there were mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. And he also talked about that issue they had in the first end, which we saw he was sort of playing with his release aid, something wrong with it, and he said he switched it out, got something else, and was able to get right back into the match.
About to get underway shortly, so
Good
stay in
spot
your seats.
as well. It's a real struggle. It was a very obvious mistake. So the final action on the range is about to come from session number 1 of 4 this weekend. Don't worry, it's not all over. There's 3 more to come. One more a little bit later on today as we turn our attention to the final 4 in the men's and women's individual competition. We do have one medal ceremony to go. It's to award Chinese Taipei the gold medal here in the mixed team competition on Compound Saturday.
Ladies and gentlemen, victory ceremony.
It's now time for the compound mixed team medal ceremony here in Gwangju at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup.
Medals will be presented by Deputy Mayor for Culture and Economic Affairs, Cho In-Ju. Gifts will be presented by Gwangju Archery Association Vice President Park Ik-soo. Bronze medal representing India.
Well, what a turnaround it was for the Indian team in the bronze medal match, trailing as they were until the final arrow shot by Turkey. Could have been a 9 or a 10. It was an 8, which meant India came from behind to win. The bronze medal playoff. Navneet Kaur, just 18 years old, teamed up with Abhishek Verma, delighted to get the bronze here in Gwangju. Well, colourful trophies and awards there. Well, brother-sister pairing for Estonia. Lisel and Robin Yatma just affected in the gold medal match in the second end by the buffeting wind. A little bit more than their Chinese Taipei opponents, but they'll look back on this and be pleased they made it to the podium.
Gold medal representing Chinese Taipei.
Well, a terrific performance from this pairing. They saw some amazing reactions from Huang in particular during the match, and there we see unbridled joy from the pair of them. Huang Yiju and Chen Qilun of Chinese Taipei with the compound mixed team gold medal here in Gwangju. Great performance from them. Time to celebrate with them and their national anthem. Well, superb action here. First time that a World Cup has been in Korea since 2007, and what a start it's been. The final action, the compound mixed team competition. Chinese Taipei taking gold from Estonia, sneaking the bronze medal in the playoff. That's the first session of the compound Saturday team competition done. Of course, turn our attention to the individual competition a little bit later on today. Just under 2 hours time for the final fours of the women's and men's competition.
Thank you, and we'll see you once again back here at 1400 hours.
Well, you see the athletes parade off and everyone popping out to go and have their lunch. Nikki, highlight from that session?
I think the highlight for me is seeing the women's compound team taking gold, Korea, on home soil.
Yeah, cracking start. That's a good highlight as well. So a brilliant performance from the Koreans to win the first gold medal match. As we take a look back over the mixed team, well, this is the semi-final win from India, the bronze medal win from India. From behind, an arrow going into the 8 for Turkey meant they turned their lead to a defeat. The wind in the gold medal match was the big player in the second end. Chinese Taipei sneaking into the lead and then closing it out for the mixed team gold medal match. That's it from us for session number 1. Just under 2 hours time, we'll be back for the final 4 of the women's and men's individual.